Hello? Hello everybody, Aaron124 here, or G41 Now School, bringing you another Fallout 3 episode. This is going to be a short one. We're just going to be exploring the Citadel, but first I have to drop off Charon. Charon?
I don't like the look of this place.
You never like the look of any place. You're fired.
Are you certain that this is what you wish?
Do I look like I'm kidding?
Very well. Although you remain my employer until my contract changes hands, I will wait for you in Underworld should you need me again.
Yeah, Sharon, it's been fun. We had so many adventures. So many adventures. But it's time to say goodbye to you. Just making sure you get home safely. There you go. Now it's time to explore the Citadel. Because we got another... Because there's a new companion we can recruit. Based on karma. And it's Star Paladin Cross. Plus we also gotta get power armor training. Gotta turn in a few things. Yeah, you know the drill. It's gonna be a short episode. We're just gonna be exploring the Citadel and all its opportunity.
Need something, friend?
Nope, we're good.
Welcome. Initiate, you've got a lot of nerve to interrupt... Oh, my apologies, stranger. I thought you were one of these worthless initiates. I swear, these kids would be lost without me here to powder their asses.
What do you do here?
I am charged with the duty of turning these maggots into brothers of steel. With the threat of the Enclave, they're likely going to be pressed into service before they've taken the oath. So I've got a lot of work to do.
So any thoughts on the Enclave?
Killing unarmed civilians makes me sick. Come over here. Try fighting someone who shoots back. Fucking cowards.
Care to share thoughts about the Supermutants? Care to share anything about Supermutants?
Why do you think I ride these initiates so hard? I make training hell, so fighting those uglies won't be.
Can you train me to use power armor?
Heard you were coming. Yeah, I can train you, but don't ask me to like it. My initiates sweat blood, and you just get a free pass? Anyway, you ready for this?
Heck yeah, I'm ready.
Now look, to wear power armor, first thing you need to do is relax your muscles. Let the suit do the work, okay? Now you.
Perk added, you have received the specialized training needed to move in any form of power armor.
What aid can I offer you, outsider? Damn initiates.
Let's go talk to somebody else. Now we just completed trouble on the home front, so the vault PA system's turned off again. Citadel Laboratories, I think this is it. We're looking for Star Paladin Cross as well as a few other things. Let's just turn that quest on, picking up the trail.
Robot to fix and all that?
Precisely what I'd like to speak with you about. What's this I hear about power consumption actually increasing? We both know that's not an option.
Yes. And I told you that in order to compensate for last Thursday's mishap, there would be some complications. I'm dealing with it.
Rothschild, old friend, you're a brilliant technician. But this old man's patience is wearing thin. I want a full status report in 3 hours.
All right, all right. I'll see what I can do.
If you have a moment, Scribe Rothschild.
Yes, yes. What is it?
Precisely what I'd like to speak with you about. What's
The Brotherhood is at your
this
service.
Power consumption actually increasing?
Hail.
We both know that's not an option.
Look at that thing, that's
We've
awesome.
been over this. A slight modification to one system.
There you are.
Hail to you. By the traction of hospitality and on the word of Elder Lions, I welcome you to the Citadel. I am Star Paladin Cross, Keeper of the Arm, and Seneschal to Elder Lions. And I am honored to say I was acquainted with your father. Now, what may I do to help you?
You knew my father?
I did, and you as well. Long ago, I helped guard the water purifier against the super mutant horde. When your father left, I escorted the two of you to Megaton. He was a nobleman. I was saddened to hear of his passing. But from what I've heard, he died with honor. He died for you. I only pray that my own death has such meaning.
I loved him so much, I'll never forget him. Why does it matter how man dies? Death is death. He died as he lived, selfish asshole. I loved him so much, I'll never forget him.
And so our deeds are carried on through our sons and our daughters. Continue to remember him fondly. Continue to tell his story. And continue to do his work. Through you, he shall carry on. But now I must ask you a difficult question, if I have your leave to do so.
Karma, by all means ask. Don't suppose I could stop you, Karma, yeah.
I escorted your father across the wastes. It was the best I could contribute to his efforts to restore fresh water to the people. I would like the honor of escorting you in your journey to complete his work.
What about the Enclave?
As a Star Paladin, I answer only to Elder Lyons. He has given me leave to pursue the restoration of Project Purity, as I see fit. By aiding you in your travels, I shall fulfill that mission as best I am capable.
I will be honored, Star Paladin.
Then I shall follow your leave and submit to your command. As James's child, I know I don't need to explain, but I am not your servant. If I do not like the path your actions take, I will return here. Now, let us go forward. Crush the Enclave and fulfill your father's mission.
Power armor. What's this? Holotape. Terminal.
I need to collect my wits and figure out what to do next. Excuse me.
Welcome.
Alright, that's one thing down. I could talk to Rothschild, but I won't for now. I want to see about talking to the person I need to talk to about giving these holotags over. That is if I can figure it out. Oh, and there's a door over there. There's blood all over this. That explains it.
The Brotherhood is at your service. Hail.
I think this is it.
The Brotherhood is at your service. Welcome.
Need something, friend? Hail to you, stranger. I am Knight Captain Dusk, in service of Steel. If you require anything, simply ask.
What's your story?
My story? I blow the head off anything more than 200 meters downrange. I'm the best shot in the Brotherhood of Steel, bar none. Not even Colvin can match my kill count. That's my story.
You mean you were the best shot? I'm here now. That's impressive. Competition is stiffer on
Damn
here.
right it is. Last time I checked, it wasn't called the Sisterhood of Steel. Hell, even Sarah has to prove herself to the knuckle draggers. Every once in a while, we have to show them what's what.
And there's also an Enclave?
Honestly, I can't wait to see if one of those helmets can stop a hollow point round at 100 yards. I'm thinking, not.
Anything about the shield mutants?
I can tell you that those heavily armored ones, the Masters, they favor heavy weapons. Miniguns and missile launchers. My recommendation? Headshot from a distance. Avoid the meat grinder.
What do you know about his pride?
We're the most elite tactical unit ever assembled in the Brotherhood of Steel. Here or anywhere else. Hell, ain't nothing Sarah's Cubs can't handle.
What do you do?
I'm a sniper with the pride. Put any muty bastard within 1 mile of me and my rifle, and, well, pack it up, troops. Fight's over. Colvin thinks he's a better shot. Man's delusional. Walk in steel.
Let me just save the game. You don't talk much, do you?
Yes?
You don't say much, do you?
No, I don't. What do you want?
Any thoughts on Enclave?
They're men. They're born, they live, they die. End of story.
Can I say anything about super mutants?
Shoot them, they die. Stab them, they die. Strangle them, they die.
Lion's Pride?
Sarah appreciates my methods. I fill a role no one else can.
Lion's Pride Specialist? What?
Spec Ops. Let's leave it at that.
Fair enough.
Hoo-ah, soldier. Stay safe. Once again.
Anyone else in here? Refrigerator.
Need something, friend? What aid can I offer you, outsider?
Must be a lot of what's been going on.
What's been going on? Well, let's see. For years, we've been draining our resources defending the ungrateful residents of this no-man's land. Most of my best friends have either been ripped apart by super mutants or left to join the outcasts. And now an enemy we faced more than 30 years ago has resurfaced, and their tech is still better than ours. What's been going on with you?
Okay, so who are they?
I really don't want to go into it. Go bug Scribe Bowditch. He could talk a dog off a meat truck.
Citadel.
What do you need to find?
Lay out the Citadel.
You are currently in A Ring. Here you will find the Great Hall, the Lion's Den, and the Archives. Beyond this area is B Ring, quarters for the Knights, Scribes, and Elder Lions. Outside in the Bailey are the training areas and access to the Initiates Barracks. Other than that, down those steps is the lab. Be careful around there. The Scribes are touchy about who goes near their toys.
You have a medic?
You could say that. We have an old robo-doc. He's a bit creepy, but he does the job. You'll find him in B Ring.
Need some supplies.
Well, any one of us would see Knight Captain Durga down in the lab, but since you're an outsider, you'll need permission from Elder Lions. Certainly.
Thoughts on the Enclave?
As if we didn't have enough to worry about. Their weapons are better. Their power armor is better. Is their training better? We'll see.
The mutants.
You know how many uglies I've killed? More than all of Lion's Pride combined. That's how many. All it takes is a loaded weapon and the will to use it. Oh, and a good way to get ugly blood out of your armor. Little bit of Abraxo and some water. Works like a charm.
Goodbye.
Of course.
Hail.
Need something, friend?
Hey,
Kodiak.
I've been meaning to ask you.
Go on.
So what do you think? Can we take these Enclave guys?
The truth? We can barely fend off the super mutants. Now we have a new threat to contend with. Doesn't look good.
Guess I need to talk to Scribe Jameson. Make sure all my, personal information is up to date. For the scrolls, I mean.
Listen, let's talk about this some more later, okay? I have a decent tactical plan I can run by you.
All right.
Glad to see you and that egghead Lee made it here in one piece. I heard what happened to that purifier. Hell of a thing.
What's the story with Gallows?
Oh man, there's something wrong with that boy. Ain't nobody around here that even knows his real name. We got a betting pool in the Pride. Whole pot goes to the first person who can find out his real name.
I want to, thoughts on the Enclave?
Man, I don't know. Fighting uglies is one thing, but we've never gone up against anyone that well trained or organized. Even their tech is better. Don't get me wrong, the Pride's in it to win it. And I'll go down shooting if I have to. I just hope I don't have to.
Care to share something about super mutants?
Man, nothing dies like an ugly. I once saw Colvin snipe the leg off one at 200 yards. Thing pirouetted like a figure skater.
Lion's Pride.
You, my friend, are talking about the most elite fighting force ever assembled within the Brotherhood of Steel. Each of us was handpicked by Sentinel Alliance herself. You can't even realize what an honor that is. Sarah defines combat excellence.
What's your job?
Me? Heavy weapons, miniguns, missile launchers. If it's bigger than a human and goes boom, I'm all over it.
Bye-bye.
Steel be with you.
It's gonna be mostly a talking to people episode.
Hey, name's Greg. Greg Baer. Most of the guys just call me Kodiak. Heard about that mess over at the Purifier. Don't you worry, you're safe here.
What's with the Gallows guy?
Gallows? He's not a bad guy, truth be told. He just doesn't talk much. And if it ain't soldiering, that boy has no time for it. Tell you what, though, he's the meanest son of a bitch around here. All business. The rest of us, we get our R&R in, not Gallows. There's even a betting pool on who can find out his real name. Talk to Glade about it. He'll tell you.
How'd you end up in the Brotherhood?
Now that's a story. The only reason I'm here is because of Elder Lyons. You see, I grew up in the pit. Don't suppose you ever been there, huh? It's about 500 clicks to the northwest. Place is a nightmare. 3 irradiated rivers coming together. People there were not well. But the Brotherhood of Steel came down on the place with a righteous hammer. They called it the Scourge.
What was the Scourge?
It was a Brotherhood operation. They marched in and swept the place clean. Most of the people there were half-mutated, cancerous, vile things. And these people, rape gangs, torture squads. It was pure chaos there. The Scourge is the best thing that could have happened to it. This was way back, before the Citadel was fortified. Part of the early recon after the Brotherhood first arrived in this area. One night, a squad of brothers led by Paladin Lions swept into the city from over Mount Wash, tearing apart anyone who stood against them. They were completely outnumbered, and still they razed that place to the ground.
How'd you manage to escape?
As they swept through, the Brotherhood policed up every non-mutie child they could find. Turns out there weren't that many. Me and maybe 20 others. The younger we were, the less of a chance that we were mutated. It was ugly work, no doubt, but it had to be done. I'll never forget the sight of the Brotherhood of Steel breaching the breast of the mountain at dawn.
How'd you end up here?
Elder Lyons brought us all back to the Citadel. He said it was the safest place he knew of. This place was still being converted. He put us in as initiates and kept a watchful eye over us. He was tough, but he taught us to stay alive. The man is like a father to me.
That's pretty amazing, Kodiak.
Nah. The amazing thing is Elder Lyons. He risked everything. Went in outmanned and outgunned. I'll never be able to thank him enough. So I do my best to serve the Brotherhood. I know that's what he really wants. In time, I'm sure you'll understand.
Is there any thoughts about the Enclave?
There's meat under that armor, and meat can be ground.
Okay. Super mutants?
Hell, I've killed more of those yellow Frankensteins than any other member of the Pride. Except maybe Gallows, those crazy solo night ops of his.
Lion's Pride?
Now, see, the Brotherhood's one thing, but the Pride, best of the best. Every damn one of us. Handpicked by Sentinel Lyons herself.
And finally, what's your specialty?
Hell, I do it all. Recon, demolition, tactical assault. Guess you could say I'm the Pride's jack of all trades.
Bye-bye.
Strength and steel, friend.
There's still a few people we have to talk to.
So, what was the result of the latest scan?
I'm listening.
It appears the contact troops have moved beyond the Purifier into the surrounding wasteland region. No telling how far they might spread.
All right. Thanks for the information.
You honor us with your presence here. What aid can I offer you, outsider? Of course.
You honor us with your presence here. Hail, outsider. I am Scribe Jameson. Word of your ordeal has spread. I am truly sorry for the loss of your father. But if I can help you in any way, please let me know.
I have some. I found a holotape. Holotape. What should I do with it?
You have? Oh my. This brings to light a sad affair for the Brotherhood. But perhaps it is something that you can assist us with. If you have the time, I have an offer for you.
Sure. How about we skip the story and tell me what you want? Frankly, I don't even. Yeah, I got all the time in the world.
Good. As I'm sure you've noticed, the Brotherhood operates all over the DC ruins, often detached from the main base here at the Citadel. We're short on communication equipment, so many of the groups in the field operate as independent cells, without standing orders. Sometimes, I'm afraid that their missions end in their deaths. As Keeper of the Scrolls, it's my charge to write of each fallen brother's deeds.
Alright, and with the radio equipment, without radio equipment, you can't keep track of them?
Exactly. A brother fallen in the field may have no one to carry word of his death back to me. In calmer times, we could send detachments and messengers to learn their fates. But with our manpower stretched thin, we have no such luxury. Which is why I must now ask you for your help. Each brother wears a holotag like the one you found. Should you find any of the fallen brethren in the field, I ask that you return their tags to me, so that I might record their deeds in the scrolls.
Well, the scrolls you mentioned.
Scrolls are kept by the head librarian of each Brotherhood bunker. The scrolls are a record of the Brotherhood itself. Into each scroll is written the name and deeds of each of our brothers. Battles, what technology is recovered, when he was promoted, everything. The last entry for each brother is that brother's death. It is important, as the way a man dies is just as important as the manner in which he lives. And so, each man who nobly serves the Brotherhood ascends into our history, to be remembered by those who come after him.
Okay, where can I find holotags?
They are on our fallen brothers throughout the DC ruins. However, I can't give you a full report on the locations of all of our operations. As I said, many of the units in the field operate independently, sometimes not reporting into the Citadel for weeks or months.
Alright, why can't you send people to find the holotags?
As I told you, with the increase in super mutant activity and Elder Lion's edicts regarding our goals, we are critically short on manpower. Any soldier that I would ask to do this task is one less soldier fighting in the field or defending the Citadel. As much as I hate to involve outsiders, it is necessary if I am to properly maintain the scrolls to honor the dead.
Alright, I won't ask about the reward. Let's talk about something else.
As you wish. Just remember, more tags, more reward. I know how you outsiders think.
Any thoughts on the Enclave?
Well,
Scribes.
there are a number of orders within the Scribes, each dedicated to a specific area of research.
What are the orders?
The Order of the Sword is responsible for weapons research and development. Guns, ammunition, anything of an offensive nature. Defensive research is done by the Order of the Shield. Power armor, defensive structures, anything that is intended to protect us. The Order of the Quill preserves the written knowledge of the ancients, seeking out all manner of books and holotapes.
Alright, and what order are you part of?
Actually, I am Proctor of the Order of the Quill. I oversee the archives and library here in the Citadel. We are dedicated to preserving the history of the Brotherhood, as well as unearthing the secrets of the pre-war civilizations. We have a single field associate, Scribe Yearling. She operates out of the former Library of Congress to the northeast.
Alright, that's all I need.
Very well.
Enclave?
Quite a few. But most are distinctly unladylike and unworthy of discussion. I will tell you that the Brotherhood has encountered the Enclave before, and their motives were just as sinister then as they are now.
What about the super mutants?
The Brotherhood has been battling super mutants for decades. First out west, then in Chicago, now here. But this group of super mutants is different somehow. Physically, yes, but mentally as well. If we knew where they came from, we'd know why.
Thank you. I have to go.
I look forward to our next meeting.
Hail.
Ring C, B. Not here. Okay.
Enclave strength is at 100%. They're getting reinforcements from somewhere, but we still haven't determined the location of their headquarters.
What?
So what's your real name?
What's the pool up to now, anyway? Nice try, though.
Come on, we're gonna throw you guys a loop if you tell me.
Fine. I'm tired of this game. Irving. My name's Irving. There. Go collect your money. Maybe now they'll leave me alone about it.
Thank you.
Hoo-ah, soldier. Stay safe. Once again.
Need something, friend?
Welcome.
Oh, you.
Can I do for you, kid?
I know Gallo's real name.
Really? You're kidding me. What is it?
You never did tell me what it's Irving.
Irving, are you serious? Oh, man. Wait until the other guys hear this. Irving! Here's the pool. You earned it.
That was a ball cap, so yeah! Oh man, I'm still putting this away in a safe or something.
I see.
Well,
This entire episode is just gonna be me talking to people in the Citadel, so if you want, grab a drink or something. But it does fill you in on a few things.
You honor us with your presence here.
Bowditch.
Oh, yes, hello, I've heard about you. We don't get many strangers here in the Citadel, especially those who walk about unescorted. I am Scribe Bowditch. If you require something, simply ask.
What do scribes do?
Why, a great many things. There are 3 orders within the scribes, you see, each dedicated to a different field of study.
Did you name the orders?
Of course, there's the Order of the Sword, Order of the Shield, and Order of the Quill. The Order of the Sword develops and maintains the Brotherhood's weapons. The Order of the Shield does the same for our power armor and defenses. The Order of the Quill is responsible for recovering and preserving knowledge, ancient and otherwise.
And which order do you serve?
I am Proctor of the Order of the Shield. I oversee the others in my order and make sure our defenses are up to snuff. Do you know how long it took to fortify these ruins? From the husk of the Pentagon, I carved a grand citadel. No easy task, my friend. Ah, but that was yesterday, when all we had to worry about was those damn super mutants. The Enclave. Now, that's a different problem altogether. Let me know if you need something else.
Thoughts on the Enclave?
They're sporting some pretty impressive power armor, I'll give them that. The Advanced Mark II. But that's all right. With a few modifications, our own armor will more than handle anything they throw at it.
Super mutants?
They're relentless, like nothing I've ever seen before. I honestly think they see our brothers in power armor as some kind of canned meal. Some of the pieces we've had brought back, men and women ripped in half, some pulled through their armor. Just horrible.
Tell me more about the Brotherhood.
Oh, yes, I can. In fact, I suspect I could write several texts on the various details of the Brotherhood. But I suspect you're in a hurry, so what particulars would you like to know?
Where are the central beliefs of the Brotherhood?
I'm afraid the answer to that is a lot more nuanced than others might suggest. Brotherhood members are sworn to acquire and protect technology of the past, but not everyone interprets these oaths in the same way. Elder Lyons sees these duties as part of a larger dedication to protect the innocent. Some, like the outcasts, disagree with these priorities.
Tell me about the outcasts.
It's a rather sad story, I'm afraid. Last year, some of our soldiers had grave disagreements with the decisions of Elder Lyons. Disagreements spiraled out of control, and there was a schism in the ranks. The loyal soldiers practically threw out the dissenters. Now they call themselves the outcasts.
What sort of disagreement did they have?
Where Elder Lyons has fought to protect the people of the capital wasteland, the outcasts demanded we move on and leave them to their fates. They insisted there was more important technology to be recovered in a scientific base in the ruins of Fort Independence to the west. As callous as their decision may be, it's more in line with our original mission. Elder Lyons is an inspiration to us, but to them, he's a traitor.
Who are the exiles?
The soldiers rallied behind Paladin Kasdan, who was one of Elder Lyons' original squad. They served together for over 20 years. Kasdan was well respected and every bit as loyal to the Brotherhood as Elder Lyons. He just disagreed with the interpretations of our oaths. But when disagreements turned into fistfights, he left with the outcasts. We lost more allies that day than we ever have to any battle.
It sounds like quite the loss. Is there any way to reconcile them?
Lyons and Kasdan would have to agree to any sort of reconciliation, and that's pretty unlikely. They're both quite proud and stubborn. Me, I just wish there was a way we could all agree that at least we're still on the same side. There are bigger problems out there after all.
What are you doing about them?
As much as some of our soldiers would like to see them shot for deserting, there's not much we can do. We're too busy with the super mutants. Meanwhile, they're busy seeking out new technology and trying to get back in contact with the Brotherhood out west. So our paths rarely cross, but it's never pretty when they do. I just hope things cool down before it gets worse. It is a rather discouraging subject, isn't it?
But I have to go now.
Farewell.
Alright, there's one last person. Oh, there he is! The kid himself.
Hail to you, stranger. I am Squire Maxon, loyal servant of steel. It is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Relax, Squire, I don't bite.
I plead for your pardon if my behavior offends you, sir. We don't get many visitors in the Citadel. The brothers and Elder Lions are excellent teachers, but I get nervous about the protocols. The Codex says that outsiders are not to be trusted. Shield yourself from those not bound to you by steel, for they are the blind. Aid them when you can, but lose not sight of yourself, it says.
Understandable. I met a lot of dangerous people myself.
It's not simply the outsiders that we are wary of. Anybody who has not taken the oath of fraternity is suspicious to us. The Codex says, fear those who do not pledge to the Brotherhood, for though their eyes may be open through service, they are now blind. But it also tells us, give way your suspicions to the wisdom of thine elder. Where he shows trust, so shall you. Elder Lions trust you, so you are free to stay here.
Are you a little young for all this?
Oh, well, you see, I am descended from the great Roger Maxon, founder of our order. I am the last of his line. They say my soul was forged from eternal steel, but I don't believe that. I'm really just a normal boy. I was sent to the Citadel many years ago to be fostered by Elder Lions. But that was before the Western Elders lost faith in the Elder. I really don't know if I'll ever get home, but, well, I kind of like it here. Sentinel Lyons has been very kind to me. She's taught me so much.
What do you make of the Enclave, Squire?
You're asking me what I think about the Enclave? Well, the Brotherhood of Steel has actually faced the Enclave before. Back west. More than 30 years ago, according to our chronicles. Judging from those records, I say their soldiers are outfitted in advanced power armor Mark II. It's pretty strong. Better than our power armor. And some of their technology is amazing. Vertibirds, plasma weapons that can turn a man to goo. Does that help?
I don't suppose you know anything about super mutants.
Oh yes. I've studied them quite a bit since I've been here. They're not all the same, you know. Besides the regular ones. There are also brutes. And after them, the masters. They're really tough. But the worst of all? The behemoth. He's a giant. I saw one once, outside the Citadel walls. So scary. The super mutants are all over the city ruins. But Elder Lyons doesn't actually think they're from there, or we would have found their home by now. It kind of seems like they're looking for something, but we're not really sure what that is.
They don't actually make you fight, do they?
No. But I could. I know I'm ready. I mean, it would be scary, but it's not fair that I have to sit inside while the knights go on patrol. I did go out one time, you know. Sarah, Sentinel Lyons took me out, just to show me. I killed a super mutant too, I swear. I also sort of shot Sarah, but just a little. It was just a flesh wound.
Huh. Fair enough. I have to
Maybe
go.
speak again soon.
For those of you that don't know, be on the lookout for that guy. He's important. Well, I suppose that does it. We've talked to everyone that's noteworthy. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Do leave a like. Hi, Cross. Do leave a like, subscribe, comment, share the video. And I shall see you in the next episode where we will actually go about carrying on the main story. Don't worry about that. But we will carry on this main story. Anyway, till next time. Bye bye. Well, first let me at the screen load. Anyway, bye bye.